is my review for Transformers Generations Deluxe Class Drift. I'll start this review off by answering a question that's sure to be asked, and that question is, what's my opinion of Drift? And the answer is that I'm completely neutral on Drift, mostly because I know so little about him. The only two things I know about Drift are, he used to be a Decepticon named Deadlock who defected to the Autobots, and he has a liking for swords now. As Deadlock, he had a liking for guns. But anyway, I bought the toy for the same reason I bought Revenge of the Fallen Bludgeon, that is that I love Japanese swordsmen and therefore love swordsman-esque Transformers, so I had to buy them, really. And I will say, the toy itself is very, very nice. It's a very, very nice toy. Not perfect, not by a long shot, but very, very nice regardless of whether you like the character or not. Anyway, not much to say about his vehicle mode. It is fairly nice and fairly detailed, too. You can see that they put door handles, you can't really see it, but they did mold in a gas cap. They painted this detailing back here, which they probably would have left blank otherwise. They also painted the grille, and thankfully they painted the hubcaps, which I'm really, really happy they did, because he's got some wicked cool hubcap designs in my opinion. Anyway, like I said, not much to say about it. It does roll fairly well, and that's about it. To transform him, I usually go ahead and take his big sword out. You don't have to, but it does make things a little bit easier. And then what I usually do is I grab the wheels and bring his arms out for later on, just to make it a little bit easier. Then this can be a little tricky. You want to split this whole hood assembly and then raise these hood pieces up to the side, like so. Then you want to go ahead and bring the doors out and then swing them off to the side like so. Then you want to lift this up as far as it can go for now. Then you want to rotate his legs down. First you want to split it down the middle, and this time it's being pretty tough. There we go. You want to split it down the middle, and then raise it up. Then you want to bring his feet, lift them up, and push them all the way up until they meet those red pieces on his legs. Do the same over here. Again, same over there. Then you want to rotate these pieces down. I usually go ahead and pull these out so they don't fall out. I have had them fall out several times and I've almost lost them, so usually go ahead and take them out. And then you want to flip these windshield pieces in, like so. Then you want to rotate his arms down and around. Sometimes they do get caught on the sheath pieces. And they have Drift in robot mode. Very, very cool looking design. I definitely dig it. It's definitely not something that we're used to, and it's a very, very unique design. Pretty posable. Ball jointed shoulders, so they rotate 360 and they go inwards like this. He does also have a secondary shoulder joint, and this is his actual arm. All these pieces are actually just armor pieces in the comic. He does rotate at the bicep. He has a double jointed elbow just to do his transformation. Ball jointed wrists, which come in play later. His head is not on a ball joint, but it does have pretty much all the articulation of it because it does rotate side to side, and it has a pin through his neck, so he can look up and down pretty well. No waist articulation, ball jointed hips, thigh swivel, knees bend, and these feet go up and down just due to the transformation, and his sheaths are on ball joints, so you can pose them however you like. He does have two Washizakis that you can place in both hands. And they fit in his hands very nicely. And they look really, really cool. You can also, if you want, just store them in these little sheaths right here, if you don't want to display them. And it looks pretty cool either way. He also does have the giant sword, which sadly is made of a rubbery plastic, so you do have to keep it in a position where he's holding it completely straight, or otherwise it'll start to bend down, as Imgo the Freaking Geek pointed out. A bit of a shame, but, you know, it is understandable just due to toy regulations. Very nice detail on it. I love these Cybertronian runes that they put on it, and I love this little detail piece right here. It adds a lot to the sword. It'd be cool if somebody could translate it. I'm obviously not going to waste the time to do it, but it would be cool if somebody could translate it. But anyway, he can hold it in one hand if you like, but what's really cool is just due to his ball-jointed wrists, he can very easily double-hand it, which is pretty cool, because Bludgeon can do that, but it's kind of hard to do it. With this guy, it's very easy to get him to double-hand the sword, which I think is just wicked cool. You can also... it can be a little bit difficult to take out, though, so that is one thing that Bludgeon wins over when compared to him. But anyway, you can also slide it down the same place that that is stored in car mode to store it in his robot mode. This piece right here, for some reason, flips up. And I've heard that's to more accurately resemble the way that he stores it in the comic, but personally I think that looks a little bit silly, so I usually just leave this tab down when I'm storing it. And yeah, that's about it for some quick size comparisons. First off, here he's next to samurai themed robot, Bludgeon. So you can see he's a little bit shorter than Bludgeon, and I think it would be really cool if they did a comic book covering a fight between Drift and Bludgeon. I think that would be awesome, and I'd definitely buy it. Also, just for a standard size comparison, here he is next to Bumblebee. So you can see he's actually a little bit taller than Bumblebee, which makes him taller than an average deluxe. And here, just for kicks, is G.I. Joe, The Rise of Cobra, Snake Eyes. So you can see he's a little bit taller than Snake Eyes, but I'm sure they could go toe-to-toe in a fight. I wonder who would win. And there you go. So, you know, regardless of whether you like the character or not, it is a very nice toy. I can see why you wouldn't buy it if you don't like the character. Again, I bought it specifically because I love swordsman-esque Transformers, so I really had to buy it. So anyway, very, very cool. I definitely highly recommend this figure. It's one of the highlights of the Generations line, in my opinion. And there you go, my look at Transformers Generations Deluxe Class Drift. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe.